Welcome to the AFC East Roundtable, a weekly live show featuring top-tier insight, analysis, and heavy debates on all things AFC East. From the best creators in the division, including Buffalo Bills creator Dan Mitchell, Miami Dolphins creator TD Finstock, New York Jets creator Richie from Jets Media, and finally New England Patriots creator Colby from Patriots Global. Make sure you catch the AFC East Roundtable live every Monday at 7 p.m. EST and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. EST on the AFC East Roundtable YouTube channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable, your go-to AFC show on the internet, live Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. EST. You already know what time it is. It is the preview episode of the week. A lot of interesting games are going down this weekend, a lot of storylines we need to unpack. As you're coming in, we kindly ask that you hit that thumbs up sign. It's the easiest way to show love over here so we can recruit even more diehard AFC East fans into our live chat. And also, don't be shy. Let us know where you're tuning in from. What corner of the globe are you tapping in from? Most importantly, what team are you representing? TD, what's going on with you, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Had some bad news 30 minutes ago. Richie retired. He couldn't take it anymore with the terrible Jets. So we found us a Jets compadre who is still stomaching the shame in Matthew, who's an intern with Roundtable Sports, killing it. What's up, Matthew? How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, fellas. Good to be here. Glad to be filling in for Richie. We're not about to do that to our captain over there. Actually,
our captain.
we're not going to do that to Richie. Richie will be back. He's not running from any smoke when it comes to the Jets. He's actually the more positive one in between me and him. But pleasure to be here, man.
Wow. That's solid. And fun fact, Richie is actually at Madison Square Garden right now watching the Knicks home opener. I was telling him, I was like, Richie, I really hope your basketball team can provide you a little bit of joy this year.
They won't. They won't.
It's been, well, hey, you know what? At least regular season success for the guy, right? And so I really don't follow basketball much, but I do know that the Knicks are a solid team that are going to be playoffs.
They're actually not there.
We went to the we went
Stop
to
it. Stop it.
We went to the Eastern Conference.
Tatum got hurt.
Stop.
Tatum got hurt. Stop.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? I look forward to the day that Wake Up and Ball is back. Colby, what's going on, man? How's life?
It's great, man. Are you kidding me? The trade deadline is right around the bend, and this is kind of like your last little free agency until March comes along. And so it's good to be a team that's like in with these discussions now. I think that's the exciting part is now things are flying all over the place. Patriots are being linked back to wide receiver ones, potentially edge rushers, running backs. And so whether they do something or not, that's still to be determined. But nonetheless, being in the conversation it's enjoyable. And you know, Matthew, I actually saw this video behind the scenes in the Jets locker room after you guys lost 7 straight games. And it sounds like your team's down bad. So I want to play this for you guys real quick.
Oh, we can't hear nothing, Kobe.
Yeah, I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear that?
No. What did it say?
Do you hear this now?
No, not really, man. Look, it's that mic. It's too clean, bro. It's only picking up real audio.
Basically, in the locker room. So there was this AI video, basically. That's somebody posted it. It was like the Jets players all in the locker room. And it was just talking about how much they suck. And that was their chant. It was like, oh, no, we suck again. Oh, no, we suck again. That was just the chant.
Wow.
So, Matthew, man.
Well played, Kobe. But next time, can you at least execute the bar properly? But
hey, man,
good dig.
Like, it's
good
right
dig.
here. How is this
execute the bar, you know?
Good day.
So it's all about execution.
That makes no sense, but it's all right.
Kobe,
You know.
Kobe, did you notice something on the screen?
That I got switched because I'm first in the division?
That's right, Kobe. That's where you belong right now, okay? That's where you belong. Okay?
Well, like I was telling Matt backstage before Colby got back here, I said, don't blink. Anyway, let's go on ahead and see what's going on. We have North Carolina is in the building, DJ. What is going on? We have Patriots fans in the building. California, Buffalo is in the building. Wyoming, man, God's country out there, brother. Portugal is in the building. Australia Patriots are in the building. Portuguese too. Wow, dude. We are international over here on the AFC East Roundtable.
Wow.
A lot of Buffaloes in the building, man. LA Pats fan all across the board. And I am feeling it right now. Guys, we need to give a giant shout out to our good friends over at Sleeper. Sleeper, hands down, the number one player prop platform on the market today. It's a very simple process. Pick anywhere between 2 to 5 players each and every single week. Accurately predict them going above and or below their projections, and you can see returns up to 1000x. And you're getting a free $20 just for signing up using that link in our description. If you decide to put down a deposit, they're matching 100% of that all the way up to $100. Send us your parlays over on X. Always interested to see where everyone's gambling minds are at. All right. Anyway, boys, week 8 is upon us. All right. And right before we end up getting into the Patriots and the Browns game, the Bills and the Panthers game, I feel like we might as well just rip the Band-Aid off and go to the Jets and the Dolphins previews from the very beginning. Right? Like, rip that Band-Aid off. Then more people start to file in for the real stuff. We're going to start off with my boy Matt. The New York Jets are facing off against the Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday. You have Joe Flacco, who was able to elevate that Bengals team. Looked a hell of a lot better than what they looked like with Jake Browning. Of course, you have Jamar Chase, you have T. Higgins, you have that offense. The defense, though, right, has a lot of struggles over in Cincinnati. So maybe if you do decide to go with Tyrod Taylor, maybe this game is closer than people think. I don't know. But Matt, preview this game for us and let us know your expectations. Go ahead.
When it comes to the Jets, I have no expectations for a win because we're 0-7. I think that should be pretty much the clear point when it comes to Jets fans at this point. You made a great point about Joe Flacco being there now. Figured out that get Jamar Chase the ball and that offense moves. He had 15 targets last week. That's where he needs to be at every week. And the Jets defense has been playing better, but they've only given up, I do believe, 13 points in the past 2 weeks to the Broncos. The Broncos are a good offensive team. We saw what they did to the Giants last week. So the Jets defense is playing better there. Carolina isn't that great. You give up 13 points there, so the defense is starting to wake up. But my biggest concern about the Jets defense has always been speed. You have Jamar Chase, you have T. Higgins on the outside. Sauce Gardner hasn't been that great this year, even though they gave him that contract extension. Brandon Stevens is starting to play a little bit better in coverage now for the past 2 weeks, but we know that he can be abysmal at times. We haven't seen Jarvis Brownlee Jr. too much to really know what's going on. Michael Carter is still struggling in the secondary as well. So I even though the Bengals defense isn't that good, I have no faith in the Jets offense to do anything, especially after the comments that we heard from Woody Johnson this week, against Justin Fields. So if they do decide to go back to Justin Fields, how is he going to be mentally? Tyrod Taylor is okay. He can move the ball down the field in the air, but we don't know what the status of Garrett Wilson is going to be, and the Jets don't have a number 2 wide receiver, and you can't just bank on throwing it to Mason Taylor. We don't know what Breece Hall's status is going to be either, but even if Breece Hall played, they don't utilize him in the passing game the way they should. So even though the Bengals defense hasn't been great, the Jets offense has been abysmal. I don't think the Jets win this game even with that.
Yikes. And you heard it here first from Matt right here. And
I told you Richie's the positive one. I'm not the positive one when it comes to the Jets.
Hey, you know what? That would mean the New York Jets would be 0-8. And I think at that point, that probably would be a sign that your team's on the verge of a fire sale, wouldn't you say? Like, you would think that following week, that's when you start to see some household names don new uniforms within the next couple of weeks. Would you agree to that?
I would have to, because you're 0-8 and we don't see this team fighting out of this hole. And they kept a lot of pieces that they could have let go last season. I mean, in the offseason when Aaron Glenn got here. We've heard trade rumors around Breece Hall. We've heard trade rumors around Garrett Wilson. I think, what's his face on ESPN said that maybe Garrett Wilson should go, the quarterback. I keep forgetting his name. Quinnen Williams. I heard Dan Orlovsky, correct. Thank you. I heard Bart Scott say this on the broadcast that Quinnen Williams doesn't even want to talk to people about the Jets at this point. So we don't know where his headspace is when it comes to if he want to be here with this team going on in the future. If it's me, I'm doing a fire sale. Especially if they're keeping Aaron Glenn for next year. Apparently, I think that report came out in The Athletic that don't worry about Aaron Glenn getting fired. This is the perfect time that any pieces that you feel don't fit with this team, you need to get rid of them so you can include the pieces that you feel like will be successful for the Jets in the future.
It's funny too, because like when I've been talking about the trade deadline for the past couple of weeks, like you'll typically see people come in and say, oh no, so-and-so, they love that team. They've said that they want to retire a Raider or they want to retire a Texan. Like whatever mumbo jumbo you hear. But one thing that I feel like people often forget is that a trade, that player has no say. Like that player has absolutely no say if he can be traded or not, unless he has a no trade clause in his said contract. So for the most part, like you could see a lot of teams this league this year during the trade deadline had some surprise moves right up at the deadline, which is perfect because what would you say to 2 first-round picks for Garrett Wilson, Matt?
Dan, give it up.
Send him over to the Bills.
Y'all a receiver.
No. Thank you, TD. No, no way. I'm not trading.
Send him over to Buffalo, man. We'll show you how to use him.
Dan, you said
show you how to use him.
Jalen Waddle too. Why in division? Like I feel like every time I see Dan tweet, it's like an in division trade. I'm like, Dan, man, why are you not targeting out of division?
Because he know they losing the division now, and now he's desperate.
It's no. It's got nothing to do with that. So the Buffalo Bills only have $2 million to rub together. Right. So what I have been doing is looking at wide receivers that are early on in their new contracts where the cap hit would be $600,000, $700,000 year one. That's why both of them have fallen on my radar. Is it delusional to think that either of those teams would send it over to the Buffalo Bills? I suppose I wouldn't put anything past Chris Greer, but yeah.
And so I'm surprised you haven't made a tweet about Jordan Addison yet.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, it's coming? Okay.
It's coming, man. Listen, it's in the holster, baby. It's in the holster. I just got to load it.
The Bills are going to sign Odell Beckham.
That's in the magazine. No. We'll probably just elevate Gabe Davis from the practice squad. They'll be like, here, you're going to like it too. Anyway, TD, thoughts on the Jets and the Bengals, man? Can the Jets somehow scrape out their first dub?
I don't think about the Jets. That's number one. They're not worth problems. They're not worth thinking of it. No, don't try to lump me with y'all. Y'all down there. Okay. Listen. Okay. The Jets are the worst team in the NFL by far. They're going nowhere soon. They need to get rid of everything. They are a garbage organization. You got the coach out here calling out the bridge quarterback as of now. Don't even know who's going to start this week. It's just shambles, man. And guess what? The Cincinnati Bengals look like they got a little spark to their step. They about to steamroll the New York Jets, man. They are about to blow the Jets out. I mean, this might get ugly, Dan. This might be, Flacco about to put up 30 on them. And they probably ain't going to score more than 6. Unless they switch quarterbacks, and then they got a better chance, but they're still not going to win. This team is a train wreck. Defense is playing a little better, but I called this a few years ago. The refs going to crack down on all that holding Sauce Gardner be doing, and he ain't going to be the same player. And here we are today, and everybody's living it out. See, I be getting a lot of stuff right, but people don't want to give me credit for it, man. They think it's just my bias. I'm just spot on, man. The Jets, I feel bad. I'm actually, I'm starting to feel sorry for Jets fans again. It's starting to feel like it was 5 years ago, 4 years ago when we first started, when, they weren't even relevant in any conversation. And now I feel like they're right back there, man. Jets fans all around the world, keep your head up. It's going to be all right. Better days are ahead. You can start your mock drafts now. Bengals by 20.
Damn.
Okay. 20 is crazy. Right now, where it stands, the Cincinnati, it is. Cincinnati is minus 6.5 point favorites.
Where is this, in New York?
It looks like it's in Cincinnati. So it's in Cincinnati.
Might be 25.
So I have the Jets losing this game as well. I have them falling to 0-8. But I think that we need to acknowledge the fact that the Cincinnati Bengals defense is not good. They are not good at all. If there is any game where Breece Hall can go off, if there is any game where this rushing attack could go off. I don't think that the Jets are going to give the nod to Justin Fields. I think it's going to be Taylor. But say that there was any game where you still throw Justin Fields out there, he probably would eat on the ground. He probably would have a solid game on the ground as far as rushing yards are concerned, because this defense in Cincinnati has its share of problems, including their secondary as well. So while I think that the Jets are going to lose, I would not be surprised if we're looking at 24-20, 28-20. I'm this close into taking the Jets plus points to cover. I'm not ballsy enough to do that, but I think it's going to be a hell of a lot closer than a 20-point differential that TD just expected.
Yeah, I remember I said that.
Yep. Well, Coles, what do you got, man?
Yeah, I also don't think that this is going to be a blowout, just like Dan said. I mean, you look at the Cincinnati Bengals, and I think they're gaining momentum, and I think you look at some of their metrics, and you have to take it with a grain of salt because they're on their third different quarterback of the season. Obviously, when Joe Burrow's in there, that's a playoff caliber team, and then they go to the backup quarterback, and Bengals fans are like, all right, this guy can do something for us. He can keep us alive till Burrow comes back, and he absolutely sunk them to the bottom of the ocean. Now you bring in Joe Flacco, and we know that Joe Flacco can win games, especially when he has a good supporting cast. The O-line for Cincinnati, I still don't think it is great. They put a lot of assets in there, and it still hasn't given them the return on investment that they've wanted to. I think the run game is okay, but it's certainly not great. But it's the wide receivers and the tight ends that is surrounding Joe Flacco that is going to allow him to succeed. You look at the New York Jets, and obviously you're 0-7. It's really hard to pick them to win a game. But one thing that is at least positive for the New York Jets is that they do have a top 5 special teams unit in the NFL. And I think that winning games does come down to all 3 phases. It comes down to offense, it comes down to defense, and it comes down to special teams. The New York Jets defense is also getting better every single week. We were here last week talking about how they were tied for 17th. Now, according to PFF, they're tied for 16th. So that defense is stringing things together a little bit more. But offensively for the Jets, they're still ranked 29th. In points scored, they're ranked 26th in the NFL with 129. And then points allowed, they've allowed 183. That ranks 26th in the NFL. When you look at the Cleveland Browns, their metrics really aren't much better than where the New York Jets are. I mean, overall, they're 30th in the NFL. Offense is ranked 28th. Defense is ranked 29th, and special teams is ranked 17th. Points scored, they're ranked 25th in the NFL, scoring 136 total points. Points allowed, that Bengals defense is dead last in the league. They have allowed 214 points. And so I do think that ultimately the Bengals are going to win this game. I think they have more offensive firepower. I trust Joe Flacco more than I trust any quarterback that is currently on the New York Jets roster. But what I will say is that I do think that defense for the Jets is going to step up. I think this is going to be a closer game than people expect. I think that the Jets offense is going to score more than people are expecting, but I just still don't ultimately see it end up being enough. I don't think that culture for New York is there yet. I still think they have a lot to figure out, but at least this will be one of those games. Another game, Matt, where it's like, oh, we're in it. We have a chance. Never mind. We lost it because my team disappointed me in the end yet again. So it's going to be one of those games.
Can you get pressure on this offensive line? With all the names on the New York Jets defensive line, you would have thought that they would be at least top 5 in pressure rate. Not the case. Right now, they are ranked 27th in the NFL for pressure in general. Much worse even when it comes into sack percentage. Can they wake up? Can they get something going? Aaron Glenn, no one's expecting you to win this game, but I think Jets fans would at the very least like to see some glimmers of hope going into the 2026 season. That perhaps you can game plan a couple of turnovers here and there and get to Flacco, man, right? Like, he's behind one of the worst offensive lines you've ever seen. I think you have no excuse but not to at least be in his face for the vast majority of the game. I don't care about your pressure rate.
25.
Get in his face. Let's move on. All right. We have
to a winning
the
team.
Miami Dolphins.
What?
They're going into week 8.
And we got one.
And they are playing the Atlanta Falcons. We are coming off of a press conference where Tua said that he was too short to see over the offensive line and he couldn't see Jalen Waddle last week. Dude, he's got to be doing it on purpose, TD.
Bro, I just found out about this 10 minutes ago.
He's got to be doing it on purpose. Like, this man is going on a generational run for just saying dumb shit at the podium, like for the past 7 weeks. Each and every single week beats what he said the week before. But TD, thoughts on the Atlanta Falcons game? Because quite frankly, I don't know what to think of this Atlanta Falcons team. Sometimes like you're seeing them go out there and be dominant, but then sometimes like you're seeing them and they're just not really putting things together all across the board. What are your expectations for the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday?
I expect the Dolphins to get beat by about 9 points in this game.
That's generous.
Yeah, Tua just broke the camel's back for me. The man literally just went on the podium and said the reason he's not targeting Waddle is because he can barely see him over the line of scrimmage in the D line.
Send over to Buffalo, man.
I can't. Yeah, we're gonna send Tua to Buffalo. I got you, bro. I can't anymore. I can't. They need to hurry up and just replace this whole regime so we can move on to better days. Let's do it before the Jets, okay? Let's replace this whole nucleus and get to a new quarterback, new coach, new general manager. Yeah, but in this game, Atlanta got a pass rush and they're relentless. You know, that defense is pretty good. They can get at you, and that's what I'm worried about. Them scoring, I don't know what Michael Penix's status is because I know he was banged up and hurt. I don't know if y'all heard anything. I'm not sure if he's actually going to be able to play or not, but that could make a difference. But at the same token, I don't see us breaking through that defense. I just don't see it. And yeah, they're going to score the rock. They're going to score the football. Bijan Robinson probably going to have 300 yards, man. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Yeah. If you want to get your sleepers out right now and take the over on Bijan, you better hop on it now because it's going to keep going up when people catch on. So shout out to Sleeper. Get in on it now, all right? Use our code and take advantage of it because Bijan is going off this weekend, all right? Outside of that, Dan, I don't have that much to say. We're a bad team, not as bad as the Jets. Nobody can be that bad, but we're a bad team. And we'll get better, man. We'll take the loss in this one.
Yeah.
Darren Waller's out, on IR now. Yeah, we toast. We toast. He can't see Waddle, so I don't know who we got. We ain't got nobody.
Check down day chain.
Yeah, just A-Chain. That's it.
So your best bet is committing to running the football. Like give Devon Achane 25 carries.
That's what everybody wants.
And I think that you might be able to make this game a bit more close than what you're leading on to. But will Mike McDaniel stick to the script? Will he do that?
It's still going to be a loss. It's still going to be a loss, though,
yeah. Yeah. And so I totally agree with what you said, right? Like when it comes down to explosive runs allowed, so the Miami Dolphins have led up the most explosive runs, the running backs in the NFL all season long. They're at 35. Yeah, 35.
We that good.
Explosive runs allowed, and you're
number
going
one in the league, baby.
Number one in the league. You're going up against Bijan Robinson, who is known for his explosive runs. I think that this is about to be a pretty solid game for the Atlanta Falcons. I think they get right. I think that they are coming off of a Robert Saleh defensive coordinator like masterclass from last week. I think they do get right, and I think that they exploit it is Miami Dolphins team, which I think has just completely lost their want to, right? I think that the culture is probably all but destroyed. I think the only thing that they can do is just
in the locker room,
just completely blow everything up and start from scratch. Yeah, like it's tough, but I have the Falcons winning pretty convincingly, 30-10, a 20-point differential. I'm thinking that's the case, and with Tua is likely going to have a really rough day as far as all the pressure that I can imagine he'll be facing. Matt, what do you think, dude? Dude, what do you think, man? The Miami Dolphins and the Falcons.
I agree with you. I agree with your score, Dan, and I agree with everything that Tony said. Bijan going to run all over the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are dead last in guarding the run. Dead last. And the comments from Tua these past couple of weeks, hey, I get you say it's bad in Jets land, but it's not looking great in Miami either. I'm going to just go ahead and keep it real.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing about the organization that people may not realize is that I'm pretty sure the organization sent their PR person to Tua to talk to him the first time. And he did this again. So as much as TD was on my Jets a couple of seconds ago, it's real bad in Miami. I got you, Dan, with the same score, 30-10.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's probably gonna be like Kirk Cousins in the fourth quarter, like type bad. You'll see Kirk Cousins get some snaps with about like 6 minutes left in the fourth. Colby, what do you got? Colby, what do you got, man? Talk to us.
Yeah, I agree with Dan and I agree with Matt that it's just one of those situations where the way that Atlanta wants to win offensively is exactly where Miami is struggling. They want to win on the ground. They want to win with Bijan Robinson. They don't want to have to pass the ball 30 times a game. They want to run the ball effectively and efficiently and consistently to be able to open up the pass and the RPO game and take some of that pressure off of Michael Penix, because when Michael Penix is forced to win the game, that's when issues essentially start happening. Look at a couple of weeks ago against the Buffalo Bills, when the Bills ended up losing that game. In large part, it came down to their ability, or their inability, I should say, to defend the run, to defend Bijan Robinson. That allowed the Falcons to run the exact type of offense that they want. We also have to keep in mind that defensively, Atlanta's pass rush is night and day compared to what it was last year. They went in and they drafted 2 pass rushers in the first round of the 2025 draft, and it is paying off. Atlanta is top 5 in pressure rate. Atlanta is top 5 in sacks. And I think that if you want to take advantage of Tua, which, I mean, I think Tua is taking advantage of Tua right now, but if you want to, even excel that even more, you got to get pressure on him. You don't want to allow him to sit in the pocket, have a clean pocket, and dink and dunk on you all game long. What you want to do is you want to get pressure on him, get him outside the pocket, get him moving, you get him throwing on the run. That's when he's going to make mistakes. And so I don't think that this game is going to be relatively close whatsoever. I think it could be just as bad as that game against Cleveland last week. You look at Miami's overall stats, and I mean, damn, you guys might be worse than the Jets for your
No,
overall.
don't start that
you guys
crazy, man.
might be
Start
worse
that.
than the Jets
Start
in
that,
terms of
Kobe.
like overall.
We beat them.
Right
We
now.
beat them. We
Look
beat
at
them. In the
your
discussion.
overall ranking, according to PFF, is 32nd. Your offense is ranked 31st. Your defense is ranked 30th. Your special teams is ranked 32nd. Points scored, you scored 140 points offensively. That ranks 24th. Points allowed, you've allowed 205 points. That's 30th. You go ahead and you look at the Atlanta Falcons. They're tied for 20th in the league. Offense is ranked 12th. Defense is tied for 22nd. Special teams is ranked 23rd. The interesting too about the Falcons, get this. So they are tied, or they are not tied. They're just 12th overall in offense, but they're 30th in points scored with 110. So they struggle when they get into the red zone. If Miami is going to capitalize in any way, shape, or form, that's how Miami is going to have to do it. Defensively, they're tied for 22nd, but they're 3rd in the NFL in points allowed with 120. So defensively, the Falcons defense clutches up when they reach the red zone. And so again, if Miami's going to win this game somehow, that offense is going to have to be clutch when they start driving down the field. But yeah, I got the Falcons in this one.
Don't never mention us with the Jets.
Hey, Colby, listen, dude, I got to put you on. And so I got to put you on to FTN Fantasy. Have you heard it?
I think you told me about it before we started the show last week. It's like where you get your stats from, right?
Got to put you on, dude.
Gotta
put you on, dude. I've been obsessed with it for a lot. It like makes like previewing games that much more interesting. Same thing with you, Matt. FTN Fantasy. It tells you the craziest like numbers and really paints pictures for like how like you can actually look at a team and efficiency.
I'll have to.
It's crazy, man. I'll go ahead and I'll text you the link once it's all said and done. All right. But guys, look, you know what? Some of you that watch the show are probably already into mock draft season as we speak, right? But that doesn't mean you can't have fun with football all season long. Thanks to RotoWire, you are going to be able to have the opportunity, folks, of being able to put all of the research that you need to make sure that you hit on your parlays. Now, RotoWire, I'm sure you remember, we're partnering with them with their fantasy football tool all season long from August and September. Now we are working with them with their advanced analytics when it comes into giving you locks for overs and unders, all on the Sleeper platform, in which that we also partner with. For 15% off, as long as you use code RTS, that is the promo that you get to take advantage of, and you can take your player prop game to the next level. Shout out to RotoWire for being a proud partner of this show. Go check them out, use our code, and lock in. Damn, man. Look at that. Guys, smash that like button for me. And so I need each and every single one of you to hit that thumbs up sign. As I can see, there is 366 of you watching on YouTube right now. I'm going to need 366 like buttons hit because we want to recruit even more AFC East fans into the show so that they can be a part of the conversation. All right. Thank you so much for your support. Let's go on ahead and move on to the Buffalo Bills and the Carolina Panthers, fresh off of the bye. All right.
Look good, man.
This Buffalo Bills team is 4-2, and they're heading to Carolina as we speak. Some notable additions. So the Buffalo Bills had 2 players that were acquired this offseason that served suspensions for the first 6 games of the season. That is defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi, and that is also edge rusher Michael Hoyt out of the Los Angeles Rams.
Never heard of either.
Both of them will be back on the roster. So you're probably wondering where my head is at pertaining to this matchup. And I'm going to tell you, the Buffalo Bills are about to put belt to ass on the Carolina Panthers. This is going to be an absolute dog walk of a performance. And I'm going to tell you exactly why.
It's in Buffalo?
It's in Carolina, which makes it even better.
Okay.
We are heading down. We are heading down to our farm organization's home stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. And here's how I look at it. So when I look at the Carolina Panthers, one thing that I would like to point out is that they have the worst pressure defensive line in all of the NFL. They are dead last in pressure rate. They are dead last in pressure. And for a team's defensive line that struggles in creating organic pressure, you would assume that they would blitz a lot. They do not. They blitz the 27th most in the NFL by itself. They are also dead last for leaving at least one playmaker out on the field with 2 to 5 yards of separation at any point. 52% of the plays that they have ran defensively, you see a player that has at least 2 to 5 yards of separation. What does that tell me? Once you couple the fact that they are top 10 in the league for running zone coverage, love the too high safety look, they ultimately end up allowing everything underneath for the quarterback to take advantage of. I imagine what the Buffalo Bills are going to do is revert back to what made them successful throughout the first 4 weeks of this season and also throughout last year as well. No, not at all. With this Carolina Panthers team is a very good run defense. What I think Buffalo is going to do is I think that we start leveraging quite a bit of 12-man personnel. And so I think that we are going to be targeting quite a bit of Khalil Shakir. Same thing with Dalton Kincaid, as he was a limited participant today. And for the love of God, say that I was the head coach of this team. Say that I was the offensive coordinator of this team. I'm also involving our 3 running backs who are more than efficient in the pass catching side of things. For some reason, they haven't been getting quite a bit of targets. I want to incorporate our running backs into this motion. Obviously, you need to respect J.C. Horn. He is a very talented cornerback. However, he is a cornerback that is typically on an island. He does not travel at all. He is just on one boundary. He locks that down. I'm completely fine with that. Put Keon Coleman over there. Because you want to know why? Because I don't want any targets to Keon Coleman on that game. I want absolutely 0. I think this Buffalo Bills team, I'm not sure if it's the front office just maybe trying to prove a point and trying to prove to the world that, hey, he's a wide receiver number 1. We showed you. He should not be leading in snaps. He is by a significant margin. Utilize the players with mismatches. As far as this offensive line, we outmatch them in every capacity when it comes into pass pro. So I imagine Josh Allen is going to have all the time in the world. The Carolina Panthers are allowing a clean pocket 75% of the time. That is 32nd in the NFL. There is no excuse for this Buffalo Bills, led by Josh Allen, to have all the time in the world, make the right decisions, take that check down, and hit the open man. This Buffalo Bills team is 7-0 coming off of a bye, and they average about 27.5 points coming off of the bye in the Sean McDermott and the Josh Allen era. I think that this is a 30-point game for the Buffalo Bills. And so we get back on track with this offense.
You better hope it's better than that.
As far as defense is concerned, what's encouraging is I was breaking down the numbers with the Buffalo Bills run defense. And when I ended up calculating everything with the 936 yards that Buffalo has let up on the ground so far this year, 380 of those were from Bijan Robinson and Derrick Henry. More than 36% of all the rushing yards that the Buffalo Bills have given up were against. I'd say many of us would put both of them in the top 3 of the league by itself. When you end up removing those players from an EPA standpoint, as far as general run defense, this Buffalo Bills team is top 10, where we are only allowing 2.5 yards per carry if you were to mitigate the explosive runs that we have let up. Explosive runs for me are missed tackles. Explosive runs are dealing with a practice squad player or a rookie filling in on the interior defensive line. Now that we have Larry Ogunjobi being added to this rotation on the interior, he is automatically the best run defender that this interior defensive line has. Last year, he had a run tackle percentage of over 19.47%. That is 5% better than our leader, and that's Ed Oliver, and he's a 3-tech. He's a pass rushing type DT. So you would assume that that is at least going to mitigate some of these things. Now, Rico Dowdle, he's been a baller, man. He's 4th in the NFL, I think, right now for yards per carry. Absolutely killing it. However, one thing I've learned from the Carolina Panthers, based off of some of the Panther creators that I have been talking to, they have this personality trait that's similar to the Buffalo Bills, which frustrates me a lot. They are loyal to a fault. And by that means that they always end up giving the majority of the opportunities to the player that has been on the team longer and the player that has been succeeding with them for a longer amount. Last week, you saw Hubbard have a hell of a lot more carries than Dowdle did just 2 weeks before that. So does Carolina stick with that? Do they go on ahead and still try to split the carries? If I'm Carolina, I'm going to go on ahead and just give them all to Dowdle, like ride with the hot hand. History and behavior from this Carolina Panthers coaching staff is going to say we're probably going to see a mix of both of them. Just do me a favor, right? If we can take away these explosive runs, this run defense is not all that bad, right? Explosive run issues is a tackling issue. Make sure you get your tackles done. I'm sure Tet McMillan is probably going to eat, especially against Trey White. Who knows what quarterback we're going to see? Is it Andy Dalton? Is it Bryce Young? I saw that he was practicing today, although that he was ruled out a couple of days ago. So we have no idea what's happening in that equation. But what this Buffalo Bills team needs to do, our defense is our defense. I don't really have much expectations for this squad. I can expect them to like have a couple of anomalies and hold teams to about, like 10 to 15 points occasionally, right? And then maybe have a couple of games where like we like stop a running back, a notable running back week after week. I don't know if it's this week, but sometimes what Buffalo needs to do, best thing you can do for your defense is to have an absolute lights out offense. I really like the matchup here. I think Buffalo's back is against the wall. I really like this matchup from the trenches side of things. Give me the Buffalo Bills 35-20.
That's
Sunday. Improve 5-2. Yeah.
Ugh. Dan, if that's the case, just know this, like the narrative when the Patriots blew out the Panthers and Drake May was sitting on the sideline with a ball cap in the fourth quarter, it was, it's just the Panthers. It's just the Panthers. So if you guys really are the talk of the town and the Patriots aren't this good team and the Bills still run the division and the Patriots are just lucky, y'all better go out and y'all better blow them out just equally as good as the Patriots did.
Well,
yeah. So I'm not so much concerned about narratives. And so I'm concerned about going 5-2, right?
Right,
and so I'm concerned about
where you should be, Dan. That's where you should be.
And so I'm concerned about 5-2. Like narratives don't bother me.
That's what I like to hear.
But is my expectations for this offense is that we are going to get back to what works. Because say that we don't go back into what made us successful last year and throughout the first 4 weeks of the season, I could almost convince myself that Brady is trying to self-sabotage something because it just doesn't make sense, right? Like when like a fan who watches and understands, dude, use James Cook, right? ignore Keon Coleman. All right. Start using your wide receivers that actually can do something, or like your playmakers that can do something. So I have all the confidence in the world that this offense is going to eat against this defense over in Carolina. It's with the Buffalo Bills defense. I have no idea. But what I would like to see is slight improvements right within the run game. And so I could see Carolina having a lot of rushing attempts. So I'm not going to say, hey, it's probably not going to be over like 120 or 130, but like, just do me a favor and try and limit those explosive runs, right? Score so much that they have to revert into making either Bryce Young or Andy Dalton beat you with your arm, and that's how we win the game. It's just perfect offense is how we walk away with the belt to ass.
I like it.
Well, I don't like it because I think Dan is starting to become delusional and self-absorbed when it comes to the Bills. The Carolina Panthers.
Explain.
Yeah, self-absorbed. You're into your own belief. Like you built this cocoon over the last few years to where you look at teams like the Carolina Panthers as they're beneath us. We'll beat them by 20. Well, Dan Mitchell, y'all about to lose this game.
First off, I just ended up telling you exactly what was backing up my take.
Yeah, and it all was
makes sense.
That was all. It don't make no sense. It made no sense because
what do you mean it makes no sense?
Y'all can't stop the run. Stop acting like y'all got a good run defense. You can't stop the run. Hubbard is back.
36% of all rush yards we have given up have been against two of the top three running backs in the NFL. Everybody else has been reasonable. Everybody else has been reasonable against the run. It's the data. It's true.
They haven't had great backs.
Good run.
Exactly. They haven't been great backs. But guess what? Dowdle and Hubbard, they about to have 250 on y'all probably. And then listen, the Carolina Panthers got some solid wins. I mean, they blew Atlanta out 30-0. They got some solid.
So that
wins.
was Atlanta handing them the football, begging them to win that game.
And guess what? They just put up another 30 on the Cowboys. Another 30 on the Cowboys. Only a real team beat them in the New England Patriots, who you couldn't beat. Okay, so I'm sorry, Dan. I think this is y'all trap game right here. You're on the road. You're on the road in Carolina, and y'all are about to drop this game. I think that they are barely better than y'all. This is going to be a 24-23 game. Carolina's going to win it at the very end because they're going to kick the game-winning field goal. They're going to be down 23-21, game-winning field goal. Carolina, Bryce Young having a really good game, but they are going to run the football. And last but not least, I ain't hear you mention the fact that the Josh Allen we all know is back. The one that turned the football over, he back. He back, then he going to cough it up once or twice, and that's going to be game. Y'all don't have no receivers.
This defense that Carolina's putting on the table personnel-wise is not the Atlanta Falcons led by Jeff Ulbrich. They present no pressure at all. They don't blitz. So I'm kind of having a hard time how you can connect both of those games and think Josh Allen's going to be putting out the exact same performance against that.
I would have said that last
week.
It's
different. It is one extreme to the other. It's one extreme to the other.
What happened last week?
Josh is he was going up against a team that blitzed more than any other team in the NFL and was top 3 in pressure rate.
Well, Dan, last week
we're going up against a team.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're going up against a team that's dead last in pressure rate, dead last in blitz percentage. Look,
Dan Mitchell.
Josh Allen's going to be able to drop back in the pocket, call his grandmother, make a sandwich, and then find the open man in his route.
That's crazy.
Dan Mitchell. Atlanta Falcons is the like-minded team that y'all play, and that is a good gauge, okay? Y'all put up 14 points on the Atlanta Falcons. What has changed? What has changed with them, Dan? I mean, Carolina.
I just explained it to you. I'm not going to waste my time.
Please, again, tell me why
so they got 30 on
No.
Dude, look, it's textbook elementary trolling that I'm getting right now. I told you exactly what it was. I said,
30. They put up 30.
The difference. All right. Okay. Look, 2 weeks ago, defense, good. This week, defense, bad. It's that simple.
It's
that simple. 2 weeks ago, defense, good at rushing the quarterback. This week, defense, bad at rushing the quarterback. Night and day.
The gap too is too big of a gap, Dan. I'm sorry. I can't go with that. It's too big of a gap. Atlanta has a legitimate defense, and they've had a legitimate defense. What Carolina was able to do against that defense was impressive.
And so how many turnovers did Atlanta have during that game against Carolina, TD? Do you know?
Not sure.
A lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
Look at Bryce Young's numbers from that game. Mid-100s.
And how many points did Atlanta score with their supposed a lot of turnovers? Zero. Zero.
Well, when you give the Carolina Panthers 6 extra opportunities, my friend, that eats up a little thing called game clock, right?
Dan, who is taking the ball away?
It eats up a little thing called game clock,
Okay.
man. Time of possession's a crazy
Guys,
thing.
why are we fighting this much over Bills and Panthers?
Because he think they're not going to lose.
I mean, come on.
We're not. Dude, we're going to belt the ass this team.
Okay, if y'all lose, how you feel about your team then, Dan?
Ooh. And so I'll always be confident in my team until it's over.
Oh, okay.
Until it's over.
Okay.
Until it's over. But listen, we're not losing.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
Hey,
You're
listen,
on
we're
the
not
road.
losing.
You're on the
we're
road.
not losing.
Don't forget that.
I guarantee that we beat them by 20.
They get a kiss of death.
Matt, what you got?
I got the Bills with it because y'all better win this game. I hear what TD's saying. I hear the 30-point thing, but they still only scored 13 against the Jets. And I hear the Rico Dotto thing, but he had 7 carries for 76 yards against the Jets. He didn't look great against us. Only for 2 weeks. But the concerning thing, Dan, is you guys are bottom 5 in guarding the rush. So I would be a little bit concerned.
Run the rock all over.
I would be a little bit concerned if I'm the Buffalo Bills, but I think y'all bounce back, man. Y'all have to. I mean, your hair's on the line. That's one. So that's one. Your hair's on the line.
Yeah.
So they need to win this game just specifically for you, first off. And then two,
they don't.
And then 2, I didn't like what I saw from you guys against Atlanta. I didn't. It seemed like you guys got punked against Atlanta. Yeah, so I would feel like Carolina would be the team that you would need to kind of slap around a little bit in order to feel a little bit better. Don't you think, Dan? Like the confidence didn't wane a little bit after Atlanta?
No, it really wasn't Atlanta. Drake May took their heart. Drake May took their heart. That's what it was. They realized we no longer own this division.
You know it's true.
It is a little scary seeing the Patriots good again. I see that point too. Yeah.
Hey, look,
it's a little scary. It's a little scary.
It's over, Dan.
Look, Dan. Let's be honest, okay? Over the last 2 weeks, the Buffalo Bills have not looked like the same Buffalo Bills. Okay, you lost against Atlanta. You lost against New England. Now, granted, those are also 2 good teams. Let's not clown the Buffalo Bills like they were out there losing to the Jets and the Miami Dolphins. That's not the case. You lost against 2 good teams. But I do think New England went out there and they put the blueprint on how to get Josh Allen to turn the football over, because when you guys don't turn the football over, you are a very different team. We all know that the Buffalo Bills are a good team. We all know that they're a playoff contender. They're going to compete for the AFC East, of course. These are all things we know. Let's not be delusional about it. Let's act like those things are not true. You guys have to win this game, and you have to win this game confidently. At the end of the day, a win is a win, a loss is a loss, and winning in this league is the only thing that matters, and it's hard to get wins in this league, whether it's a good team or whether it's a bad team. And so, yes, that is the only thing that matters, but you need to come back, and you need to get an established win, okay? This Carolina Panthers team, a lot of people will clown them. They're on a 3 or 4 game winning streak right now. They're getting hot. They're not a great team. They're not a team you're expecting to go to the playoffs, but I would say the Carolina Panthers are about a middle of the pack team. And I think you need to come out here and you need to get a confident win. This isn't a win that you want to come down to the wire, because even if that's the case, we're going to come back here and we are going to have questions. The last 2 weeks, Josh Allen has been turning the football over. You guys are one of the worst defenses in defending the run. It's a big reason on why you lost against Atlanta, is because teams are looking at the Buffalo Bills and saying, we can be multi-dimensional with our offense. We feel confident that if we run the ball effectively and efficiently, and if we dominate time of possession and we sustain long drives, that we can win this football game. It is a massive, massive hole for your defense right now. And I'm sorry, getting Ed Oliver back at some point, that is what I think will help this team. I don't think it makes you top 10 all of a sudden. So he is back, and I think that will help you. These two free agents that we've never seen play in Buffalo before, let's pump our brakes on that. That's not going to be two moves that come in and automatically make you a top 10 defending unit against the run in the National Football League. Like, that's just not going to happen. When you look at the Buffalo Bills, let's just look at their numbers.
I can stop you right there.
Okay.
But so I'm not looking to be a top 10 run defense in the
You just want to be better. You just want to be average.
And so I'm looking at being like 17th ranked, like 18th
That ain't
ranked.
even happening.
Because that's all
just average, just outside.
Yeah. Like just
So you're
slightly
just looking
below
for
average is what I'm looking
reliability,
for.
is what you're saying.
Exactly.
So
And
Dan,
that's certainly fair.
so Dan,
Yeah.
you do know that if you lose to the Carolina Panthers, you're gonna lose the next 5 games after that, right?
All right, so getting back to my preview here.
No, I mean you have been looking at your schedule. You know, the Bucks, the Texans, the Steelers, the
Dude,
Chiefs,
you know what?
Dolphins, of course.
So I know that everyone in this chat right now, like when the Buffalo Bills have gone through their annual 2-game skid in October, like where it means absolutely nothing, is not going to be here when Buffalo goes on an 8-game win streak and has a 2-game lead in the AFC East. But what makes me feel good is that both of you are going to be here.
Who?
All these chat guys like in here being like, oh, damn, the Bills are done. Like they're going to crawl back into their Fortnite holes, bro.
Hold on, Dan.
Go on ahead and invest in their
Dan.
V-Bucks and never see me again. You two, though, are going to have to deal with me.
Dan,
I'm going to be, and I have been a fair king of this division for the past five years. I have been a merciful king.
Fair about that smirk.
I have been a merciful king. And all I can tell you is that all the chatters in here, I know you're going to go away. And so I know you're going to dust off your Tampa Bay Buccaneers jerseys.
No, Dan.
Buffalo takes the division back from you real fast.
No.
You
Look,
two are going to be here.
Here's the thing, Dan.
God, man, I can't wait.
Sit here, Dan. If you wanted to sit here and tell me that you still think the Buffalo Bills will take the division this year, that's fine. And I don't care about that because the plan was never for New England to take the division in 2025. It was always 2026. Right now, at this point, New England's playing with house money. But if it's you or any Buffalo Bills fan that's going to be cocky and act like you guys have, oh, well, we've been generous the last 5 years and not pumping our chest about winning the AFC East. The AFC East has sucked, okay? It doesn't matter. It's nothing impressive about that. If you guys are going to sit here and try to act like you're just going to automatically win the division with multiple games over a team like the New England Patriots, then guess what? That is the exact energy that got you beat in Buffalo and now has gotten you beat over the last 2 weeks.
Dude, I love you. Dude, I love you, man.
Ball in the ass, and that's what got Josh Allen back to being turnover football Josh Allen.
Dude, I love you, but some random guy that makes videos about football in his office has nothing to do with how the Buffalo Bills win games or lose games. All right? Like, I love when I hear people say, oh, Dan, you're jinxing them. No, I'm not. Like, do me a favor and write the Tooth Fairy and tell her about it, for God's sake. Like, what are you talking about? Listen, nothing I say affects how this team plays.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I'm just saying.
People are like, oh, is that energy why you lost to the Atlanta Falcons? No, it's not.
I mean, it's just ironic. It's not the reason you're ultimately losing. But here's what I'm saying is that you guys are acting, and it's all Bills fans are acting like you're still on that game, acting like the New England Patriots aren't a legitimate threat. Like you're just going to walk over them in the AFC East right now. They've taken over the AFC East right now. They have a 2-game lead over you guys right now. Now, granted, one of those is because of the bye week, but nonetheless, they do still have a lead over you guys. The Patriots hold their own fate right now. So, if you think you're a Buffalo Bills fan and you're going to say that you guys are going to win the division, that's perfectly fine. That's not the issue. The issue is acting like, yeah, without a breeze, we're going to get back in this. We're going to win the division. It's absolutely no problem. No, this thing is going to come down to the wire. This thing is a competition, and acknowledge that it is a competition and at least give the Patriots the flowers where they do rightfully deserve so. At the end of the day, to wrap up this game, I do think that this is a game that the Buffalo Bills are going to win. You guys are coming off of a bye week. This is a game that you have to come out. You have to blow them out. I don't care who the quarterback is. If Andy Dalton's playing, that's not a good quarterback. You guys should be able to blow him out. If it's Bryce Young's dealing with an ankle sprain, he's not going to be getting through his progressions the same. He's going to be throwing off his back foot. He's going to have some wonky passes out there because his mechanics are going to be messed up. This is a game for you guys to get right. It's a game for Josh Allen for him to also get right. What I will say, though, is don't overlook the defense for the Carolina Panthers. They are a top 10 secondary in the NFL, and Derrick Brown in the interior of that defensive line is actually playing as a top 5 defensive tackle right now in terms of pass rush. So definitely look out for him. I think Josh Allen, definitely needs to get back to playing turnover-free football, because when he does, you guys are a different football team against New England, against Atlanta, turn the football over multiple times, and it's in large part why you guys ultimately did end up losing that game. Like TD said, you guys do have a really difficult schedule coming up. You play a team like the Steelers, you play teams like the Eagles, you're going to play the Patriots again.
Chiefs.
You're going to play the Chiefs, right? You guys have some really difficult upcoming opponents. Given the fact that you have lost 2 in a row, this is one where you need to dominate, because step one of being a good football team is of taking advantage of bad football. New England's been doing that. Can Buffalo get back on track and do the same thing? I have you guys winning this game.
Teach your little brothers, Kobe. Teach your little brothers.
Hey, man. Daddy's home.
Hey, Dan, this is a must win. This is a must win.
No.
And by the way, I got to call you out. Hold on. I just remembered something.
Win.
Dan, you know you've been wrong a lot this year. I'm about to refresh your memory.
You know you've been wrong like your entire career on this show.
I'm about to refresh your memory because Matthew,
you
weren't
about
here.
Time that
Kobe,
somebody else has been getting wrong a couple of times.
Kobe can back me up on this. Wasn't it Dan Mitchell that said
so the audacity
they wouldn't have
the audacity of
loss
6 straight years of the Miami Dolphins winning the Super Bowl is just going to go overlooked?
Kobe, didn't he say the Bills wouldn't have more than 1 loss by week 10?
Well, Dan said they were going to go undefeated, and then he said that they were going to beat the Atlanta Falcons because nobody on the team scared him. But Red was due. Red was due. I get it.
Here, at the end of the day, all right, if this team were to play the way that I know that they can, we'd be undefeated. All right,
Dan, that's the undefeated, buddy.
You know what? Dan Mitchell's not out here running routes with the receivers. All right, like I'm not out here throwing the pads on with the boys Monday through Thursday. All right. Maybe they should give me a call. All right.
I like that. That was a nice flip.
What's the word undefeated still being used?
Yeah. Look good.
Listen, man.
And so I'm not out here like calling flea flickers on 2nd and 8 in the first quarter. You know what I mean? It's not me. It's not me. Trust me. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together.
Dan, y'all are gonna be fine. Y'all are going to the playoffs. Like, again, you're not going to be as good as I think Buffalo thought that you guys were going to be. Y'all bumped your chest too much, but y'all are going to be what you are every single year. You guys are going to compete for the division.
Kobe,
you guys are going to win enough games. You're going to be one of the best teams in the AFC. You're going to go to the playoffs. Like it's going to be the same thing. You guys are going to the postseason. What do you do in the postseason? We'll see. But you're going.
You're living off of last year. What have they done this year impressive to make you think that?
And so Buffalo is still a good overall team. You know, like they're ranked 8th overall.
Who they beat?
Or 5th in offense. Defensively, you're not doing too well. You're actually tied for 25th. And
exactly.
You're good in the red zone, though. The defense is clutch. That defense.
Bend but not break, baby.
The Buffalo defense is bend but don't break. They've only allowed 137 points, which is top 10 in the NFL. So they're bend but don't break.
Kobe, who they beat?
I mean, you haven't beat a good team. I will say that.
And who they lost to? Who they lost to?
You lost to a good team. 2 good teams. Well,
now, but here's the deal, though, Kobe. Right. Would you consider the New England Patriots a top 3 team in the NFL?
Top 3?
Yeah.
I mean, they are technically.
You better not say.
They're not yet. They're not yet.
You better not say top 3.
Realistically, I don't think the Patriots are overall top 3 team in the NFL.
7, 8 right now, right?
Seeding-wise, they are. But like, do I think they are personally? Like, no.
You could argue 6, 7, 8, right?
So here's the deal. So when Baltimore goes on like a 10-game win streak, I better not hear anybody say that we haven't beaten a good team in the first
When does Lamar come back
this season? This week. He's back.
He does come back this week. Okay.
Wow.
We all know. Dude. Let's be real with ourselves. Week 1 Baltimore was the real Baltimore Ravens.
Oh my.
That is a good football team. When they are healthy, that is a good football team.
Week 1, quarter 1 through 3 was the real Baltimore team.
That is who they are. I think that we could all imagine that is who we are. We broke them spiritually, and they look terrible now. But don't worry, they're going to go on a 10-game win streak, and then I don't want to hear anything.
But then their defense been bad all season, even in week 1. Their defense been bad all season.
They're going to clean it up.
Yeah, but y'all not.
They're going to clean it up. Look,
y'all are not.
Here's the thing. Like, it's not Colby. Like, he's being reasonable. And so I don't have beef with Colby. I have beef with you. Because
I'll be unreasonable.
Like, you have amnesia, like my friend. You have amnesia. Like you really do. Like you can rewind to conversations we've had in the past about this team, like year in, year out, when Buffalo loses 2 straight. We've done it 3 years in a row, and I hear this every single time.
It's different.
You said that verbatim last year when I said the same thing about the year before.
The Patriots back.
So regardless, let's move on to the Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. Colby, go ahead.
Yeah, and so the New England Patriots playing the Cleveland Browns, they're finally going to be back at home. They've been playing road game after road game after road game, and I think that's actually what's impressive by the Patriots is that they're on this winning streak right now, and the majority of this has actually come from home. You know, when it started with that blowout against Carolina at home, then last week blowing out the Tennessee Titans on the road. This is the first time in New England Patriots franchise history, believe it or not, where they've actually won 3 straight home games, and so you know, not a lot of teams face that many home games in a row. It's actually only happened 2 times under the Tom Brady era. So the fact that the Patriots were able to do that, finally coming back home, is definitely a sigh of relief. But this New England Patriots team has always been better on the road. I mean, it's crazy to say, but they've actually struggled at home. And they finally were able to get that first win, you know, at home against Carolina in a dominant fashion a few weeks ago. But now it's going to come back to the factor of, can you do this consistently? Can you make Gillette Stadium one of the hardest places to play in the NFL like you once did? And right now, Patriots fans, look, let's be honest, they're back. And say what you want about them leaving before, whatever. The Patriots fans are back right now. The momentum is high. The vibes are high right now. And so I think this is going to be a situation where Gillette Stadium is certainly packed. Now, you look at the Cleveland Browns, and they obviously don't have a very good record. They changed, you know, their quarterback up a couple of times. And so I think a lot of people are going to look at Cleveland and they're going to say, well, this is a game the Patriots are guaranteed to win. This is an automatic win for New England. But you have to actually look at the stats. And while that offense for Cleveland is absolutely horrific, their defense is playing as the best defense in the National Football League. They're absolutely balling. And I think when this game ultimately boils down to it, what you are going to have is you are going to have this New England Patriots offense that is top 10 in the NFL, more specifically in passing offense, against a not Carolina Panthers, but a Cleveland Browns team, that again has one of the best defenses in the NFL. You look at the Patriots numbers so far this season, they are tied for 13th overall according to PFF. Offense is ranked 7th. Defense is ranked 24th. Special teams is ranked 28th. The Patriots are averaging 181 points, or not averaging, but have put up 181 points overall. That is 6th best in the NFL. Points allowed, the New England Patriots, just like the Buffalo Bills, they're playing a bend but don't break style of defense. They've allowed 133 total points. That is ranked 8th. Okay, 8th in the National Football League. So while this Patriots team might allow you to get down the field, once they reach the red zone, they're going to hold you to, at best, a field goal attempt. You look at Drake May, and obviously he is on an MVP caliber run right now. Did you know that Drake May is actually the best deep thrower in the National Football League? When it comes to deep throws, Drake May is just under an 80% completion percentage. Sam Darnold is at like 71. In 3rd place is Jalen Hurts, and he's at like 40-something%. So Drake May is doing something that you just don't see from really any quarterback any year. Drake May right now is number 1 in deep ball grade with 99.9. He's the first quarterback in NFL history with 5 games of an 80 or better completion percentage in his first 2 career seasons. He's number 1 in EPA, 2 in EPA per dropback, number 1 in completion over expected, number 1 in completion, number 2 in yards per attempt at 8.6, tied for 6th in passing yards, tied for 2nd in overall interceptions thrown, which just relates to the fact that he's not turning the football over. He's tied for 1st in passer rating. He's 8th in passing yards. In terms of rushing, he's 5th amongst quarterback in rushing yards, 3rd in rushing first downs, 1st in rushing third downs, and he's tied for 4th in rushing touchdowns. And so I think at the end of the day, this is going to have to be a game where Drake May plays another clean style of football. This is going to be a game where if Drake May can dominate and this offense can dominate like they've been doing, you can't come back and say, oh, well, it was against the Cleveland Browns. Because again, the Cleveland Browns have one of the best defenses in the National Football League. They are top 3 in defending the run. They have what is considered the best secondary in the NFL at that. And this is going to be a true test for that Patriots offensive line that has also certainly stepped up. More specifically, Will Campbell, that's going to be going up against Myles Garrett for the majority of the game, as Myles Garrett does line up over on the left side. Patriots did get a run game going with Ramondre Stevenson last week, given how dominant that Cleveland is in defending the run. It's just hard for me to imagine that this is going to be a multi-dimensional offense that the Patriots can rely on that running game again, meaning that this top 10 passing offense with Drake May and Kayshon Boutte and Stephon Diggs. All those guys are going to have to step up big time. Again, you look at it, I mean, points allowed, that is the one area that I think New England can take advantage of. You have Cleveland being the best in preventing you from getting downfield. But if you are able to do that hard part, you're able to get downfield, you're able to string together long drives, and you get into the red zone, that is where Cleveland struggles. In fact, every single time. Exactly. Dan, get this. 15 times this season, they have allowed opposing offenses to get down to the red zone, and 15 times those offenses have scored, meaning that the Cleveland Browns, while that defense is great, they have the worst red zone defense in all of the National Football League. And so I think that's where the Patriots is really going to have to win this game and play their most dominant style of football. Offensively, I mean, they're ranked 32nd in the NFL. They put up 133 points. That's 29th in the National Football League. And so I think this defense is going to be good for the Patriots. They'll be fine. Bend but don't break. I'm not worried about Dylan Gabriel. The Patriots pass rush has been absolutely ferocious. Got a defensive touchdown last week against the Titans. And so I think they're going to do what they have to do defensively. All eyes for me are on this offense, or all eyes are on Drake May. So I do think the Patriots will ultimately win, though.
Love to see it. TD, what do you got in this game? Patriots and the Cleveland Browns.
Really not that much to get into. I think the Patriots are actually going to blow the Cleveland Browns out. The Cleveland Browns do have a good defense, right? But Drake May has played at a level where I feel like he's going to crack the code. It's not going to be easy. Y'all going to have some punts, but he's going to find some success throughout that defense if he plays at the high level he's been playing with, especially if he's willing to use his legs and be mobile like he's been as well. I think the offense will fare enough, not great, not good. They will fare enough in this game, because the real winner in this game is going to be the Patriots defense versus the Cleveland Browns offense, in which Dylan Gabriel just does not throw the ball downfield. Most of his passes are under 10 yards. He literally said in a press conference today, he didn't shun away from the dinking and dunking. He literally said out of his own mouth, well, I could have more of those explosive plays if my teammates would catch the 5-yard pass and do more with it, basically. Okay. That tells you they don't trust this kid. They're not throwing the ball downfield with them. Just dink and dunk and don't lose the game. Just dink and dunk and don't lose the game. If you do that well enough, long enough, give us 8 games of that, we're going to start adding in some intermediates. I think that's his plan right now. Just dink and dunk. Do not try anything downfield or, in the intermediate. That offense is bad. Obviously, the Dolphins made them look good, but they are not good. That offense is not good, okay? The Patriots will have a field day in this one. So I look for you guys to get 2 interceptions in this game and maybe even a fumble recovery, and the defense will put some points up or make life easy for your quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a situation, Dan, just real quick, where they're going to put up another game of 20 or 30 points. And if they do, that's great, especially against this style of defense. But I could see this just being a game where it's, 17-9 New England Patriots.
Y'all, man, Kobe, watch. Y'all often have some
the
points.
Offense does go off again. If the offense goes off against the best defense in the NFL in all 3 phases, then we have to come back here and you have to give credit to the Patriots for doing so.
Yeah, I think y'all scoring 30.
Yeah, no. Listen, it is definitely a test for this Patriots team for sure. It is a Super Bowl caliber defense you're going up against, but an offense that has no idea what it's doing. Matt, what do you got on this game, man?
I don't really have too much to add. I think TD right. I think y'all all you got to do to beat the Cleveland Browns is score. I mean, that's literally it. The defense is spectacular, but the offense is god awful. They're bottom in both passing and rushing. And you're going to want Dylan Gabriel to throw the ball. You're going to force him to do that because the Patriots are third at guard in the rush. So that tells you right there what the game plan is going to be for the New England Patriots, and that serves for nightmares for the Cleveland Browns offensively. Y'all got this game, no issue.
Mm-hmm. I have this as a trap game for the New England Patriots.
I feel like we hear this every single week from someone. Like, it's a trap game. It's a trap, and it's fair because the New England Patriots are a brand.
I hate saying this too because people overuse the term, but I really think that it is.
Well, Dan, real quick, can you just tell the people your definition of a trap game?
So a trap game is with a team that is significantly below 500. Like for example, the Cleveland Browns being 2-5. This is the definition of a trap game.
Mm-hmm.
A game in which that their advanced metrics are a hell of a lot better than what their record suggests. Here's the thing. This, like what TD was talking about, y'all's defense and like y'all's ability to like turn the ball over. Like this Cleveland Browns team also can take the football away. Right. Yeah. So I'd be conscious, like I'd be super conscious of whoever you decide to have running the football. I thought that I saw that Trevion Henderson was like 3rd on your depth chart now. For some reason, Vrabel just hates the kid.
And so he's still second, but he only got like 2 runs last week.
Yeah. Like,
that's 3rd.
For some reason, Vrabel hates Trevion Henderson. But I mean, hey, whatever works. It's going to be an ugly one. It's going to be really ugly. It's going to be low scoring. 14-10.
Wow.
Pats.
14-10. The other thing I want to add real quick too, Dan, is just remember too that Mike Vrabel spent the 2024 season with the Cleveland Browns as an offensive consultant, working with the tight ends and the offensive line. So he does have experience with the way that they do want to run that team. So just another little tidbit.
Yeah. So they have like some quality weapons. It's just Dylan Gabriel, right?
Dude, Judkins is looking good though. Like
he's looking good. But like he's going up against your run defense. He's quality in the pass game too. If Gabriel can get him going, right? And then Bond has the speed over Carlton Davis. Fannon's no bum either.
Dude, I'm telling you, David Njoku is going to have a good game. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. With their left tackle, Cam Robinson's an absolute liability. So Chasen's probably going to dominate right there. But luckily, that's not what Dylan's blind side. But it's going to be ugly. 17-14, but Pats win.
17-14. I'll take it.
Win is win, right? A win is a win. Let's go on ahead, guys. I just had dinner delivered. What is wrong with Tua TD? This guy can't shut up. We talked about that earlier.
It's true.
And as a Patriots fan, I believe the Bills will win versus the Panthers, but I hope they lose just so TD says he knows ball on Monday. Big Papa's coming in.
That'd be awesome.
Finds it entertaining. Trade Tua for Shador and get Dion to coach.
There you go, TD. You don't want that?
Have some people that are terminally on Madden. Anyway, let's go on ahead, guys. Welcome into the show. 20, 30 seconds, guys. Andy, what's up, dude?
Andy.
What's up, Dan? I don't know why you. No, I'm doing all right. I don't know why you're arguing with that bottom feeder over there.
Yeah, me neither.
Damn, TD.
Don't take him seriously. He lost all respect 3 years ago.
Andy, we might catch up to y'all.
I can't hear you down there.
Yeah, we might catch up to y'all.
Sorry, I can't hear one-win teams.
Yeah.
Good luck this week, Kobe. I'm rooting for you.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. You too, buddy.
Shout out to Andy. You know what I mean? Back in the day when Patriots and Bills fans were friends, right?
And then y'all started to go delusional after you lost.
Like we're teetering on the line of like, yeah.
Dan, my problem is not the Buffalo Bills. My problem is the fan base and y'all like stepping all over the Patriots and like creating excuses as to why you lost.
I feel like that.
And it's been like
all right. Look, I do feel like I have been fair.
No, you have been fair, Dan. You have been.
I feel like I've been
fair. This is not directed towards you.
Thank you, my friend.
Quick question.
Somebody over here saying, Danny boy, worry about your Panthers, buddy. It's my literal job, Juga. It's my literal job. I gotta talk about NFL games. All right, Dan, don't talk about the Patriots. It's my literal job, fool. All right. Dwayne's in the building. Dwayne, what up?
Hold on, real quick, DF. I just had one question for Matthew because it's been boiling me. Who do y'all pick at number 1 overall?
Who? Mendoza, probably.
Well, Mendoza right now is projected as quarterback 3.
Who's 2
number 1?
Dude, who is number 1? I just checked it the other day. It's been changing. So, like, look, ultimately the rankings right now don't matter. because I mean, like Harold Fannin at one point was like tight end 1, and then in the draft he was like tight end, I don't even know, like 5 or 6 or something like that. But yeah, last time I checked, Mendoza was 3. He was still a projected top 10 pick, but he was quarterback 3.
Is there in no particular order, just one of these guys in the draft, a Lamar, a Josh, a Burrow, a Herbert, a Mahomes?
Right now, I don't
any of those
feel
guys
like
in the draft.
Again, there's a lot of time to still be changed, and there's still the combine and the Senior Bowl and all this stuff that these guys have to go through, which can change our minds. But right now, from what I'm feeling from just an early preview early on in the season, right now, no. But there's a lot of time for those guys' stock to change. I mean, a player's stock could be projected first-round pick headed into the season. He has a bad year of injuries and a bad combine. Now he's a projected 6th.
So. Anyway, let's go on ahead and get Dwayne in the building. Dwayne, what up, man?
What's up, DF?
Matthew, if you're smart, you trade back, and then you go ahead and get a guy like Lenore Sellers on your team. TD, man, I love you, brother, but you're full of hate. You know that when it comes to the Bills and Josh Allen. Don't even start. You know
I don't like them, but hate.
Don't even start. Here's the thing. Number one, because of events and other things, we've all become to know each other too well, right? But here's the real thing. I have no disrespect for any person that's going to glow over their team, whether they're 4-2 or 6-1. I'm going to say that. Now, you know, Tony, Dan, I've always been honest. This could go either way for us this year. That we could either stall out or we can blow it away. By the way, TD, the 2 guys going back, yeah, you probably don't know them, but you know what they're known for? Doing their jobs really well on run stopping. Get ready for that to change a little bit this year, especially with Oliver slowly getting his way back. Colby, what's up, brother?
What's up, DF? I'm feeling good right now. I'm sky high.
So it's good for you to feel good, but I think you're feeling a little too good because
I'm telling Bill fans to calm down.
I think what's going to happen, to be honest, is not by your fault. You have the easiest schedule in the league by far.
That's not true. Patriots didn't have the easiest, maybe remaining schedule, but they didn't have the easiest schedule coming into the league.
They do right now.
Yeah, so that's the difference. That's easiest remaining schedule.
Look that up. They do.
That's anyone remaining schedule. There's a difference.
You have an extremely easy schedule for the rest of the season compared to the Bills. Would you agree with that?
But overall in terms of strength of the schedule, which is overall coming into the season, the Bills weren't far behind the Patriots.
Actually, you guys were very good as far as the easiness of schedule. We're 5 behind you, so you're absolutely right on that.
Yeah.
But I think we can both agree as far as the Bills can go, it can go either way. Matthew, you're killing it today. You're doing a good job. TD, as always, with love. DF forever. Out.
Solution.
Yeah, Dwayne, we appreciate you, man. Sergeant Moonshine, what's on your mind, dude?
My guy.
Yo, how's it going? I got a quick little message I want to bring out to all of Past Nation from like the media that I've been seeing, from just like other fans out there. Can we please stop with the idea of we're trading for a receiver? Can we just stop? I mean, seriously, have we not seen how Stephon Diggs has been playing? Have we not seen how Kayshon Boutte has been playing? Pop Douglas, yeah, he hasn't been that great, but he's coming off of a good game from Tennessee. I think the last 2 weeks he's actually been playing pretty well. He's starting to get it going. And we got Hunter Henry out there in the middle of the field as our tight end 1. I just don't see the reason of us needing another weapon right now. Like, is there something going on for our rookies? Like, are our rookies just not really panning out, and our coach is thinking we need another target? It's bothering me. I don't see a reason why we need a receiver, especially as people saying we need a wide receiver 1. I think we got a receiver 1. It's Stephon Diggs. I'll die on that hill. I don't care what people say. And Kayshon Boutte is, if he keeps playing the way he's playing right now, he's going to be having a breakout year where he could potentially take over as receiver 1. I'm not saying he will. But the potential is there. But I mean, that's all I definitely wanted to say. TD, love you, man, but you really got to stop with the hate with the Bills. I mean, it's getting kind of ridiculous, man.
It's not hate, brother. It's truth, man.
It's definitely hate. Sergeant Moonshine, thank you for being reasonable. I sincerely appreciate that.
That's my guy.
So the only thing that like I could think about, like as into why you would be interested in bringing in another wide receiver, would be as an insurance policy. If maybe they're still concerned about Diggs coming off of his knee injury, maybe. But I tend to agree with them. I don't particularly see why y'all would be targeting a wide receiver. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and so
you expand on that, Colby. Like, say, like you were the GM, like what position would you be targeting? Like realistically.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of rumors going around about the Patriots at the trade deadline. I'm going to be going live this week to talk about it, hopefully tomorrow to talk about it. But there are talks that the Patriots are looking to add at running back or edge and possibly wide receiver. Albert Breer came out and he mentioned two different names in Jordan Addison and Chris Olave. But two big things that he added is that the Patriots are not going out there desperate looking for a wide receiver. It's one of those situations where they're going to look around the market, and if they can get themselves a true young wide receiver one, then they're going to go and get that guy. They're not going to get a 31-year-old previous wide receiver one that's on the decline as an immediate insurance policy, like Dan said. But if you can get a Chris Olave who is young and a wide receiver one, if you can get a Jordan Addison who is young and can be a wide receiver one, then you punch that ticket, you go and you get that guy for your future. Stephon Diggs is signed to a 3-year deal, but the Patriots can get out of that contract each and every single year if they want to. Right now, Diggs is on pace for 90 catches and 1,100 total yards, so that technically is wide receiver one. But how long is that going to be sustainable? Will that be sustainable next year? Will that be sustainable in 2027? That's the question. So if you can go out and you can get a wide receiver one who is young and you can pair up with Drake May for the next 5-10 years, you do that even if you do have guys in-house.
Look at that, man. Parks is in the building. Parks, what up, dude?
Our guy.
What up, fellas? I don't care about no trap game. This is the 4th trap game in a row that the Patriots are facing. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
We're gonna win. Dan Mitchell, will you please Dan Mitchell, will you stop that? Stop this narrative that you're trying to spin. Oh, we don't have to blow them out. We just have to win. No. That is not what Bills fans told us. He was facing the Carolina Panthers. Bills fans told Patriots fans, if you don't blow out the Panthers, you suck. So I'm going to say this now, Dan Mitchell. If y'all don't blow out the Carolina Panthers coming off a bye week, you suck. You suck. And one more thing before I go, fellas. Hey, to everybody that's talking about the Patriots schedule and everything, I'm going to tell you some news that you might not know. The Patriots schedule doesn't get any tougher. So you might as well keep crying. I'm out of here, fellas. Patriots world, Celtics world. I'm out of here.
My guy Parks. I mean, it is going to get a little bit,
shout out to Parks,
difficult.
Like, he treats me like I'm the king of Bills Mafia. You know what I mean? Like, he treats me like I tell Bills Mafia what to say. You know what I mean? Come on, man. All right. I don't know. Maybe I'm sleeping on my influence. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm brainwashing a lot of people, but it's not brainwash if it's true. All right, we're winning the damn bowl this year, boys. I promise you that.
Man, can I just clear my name, bro? I see the people in the chat right now.
Yeah, we don't have enough time.
No, just real quick. Just 2 questions. Have I been right about the Bills the last 2 weeks?
Yes.
Dude.
Yes,
dude,
I'm just asking.
When you predict the Buffalo Bills to lose 80% of their games for the past 5 years, you're bound to be right eventually.
Dan, that's not what I asked. Have I been right the last 2 weeks?
Context is important.
Yeah,
context is important. If you pick the Bills to lose every single game for 5 years straight, you're probably going to be right eventually.
I have not picked y'all to lose every game 5 years straight. Stop.
Chat. Dude, I cannot wait for artificial intelligence to like break down this system where I could just comb through YouTube links and just search for keywords and search for keywords of TD saying, "Yo, dude, y'all about to lose this game." I guarantee you've said it 90% of the time.
No, well,
90% of the time.
The only point I'm trying to make is I've been right the last 2 weeks, so I should not get this hate title. Okay, I should not get the hate title. That's all I'm saying. I've been right. And I'm about to be right a 3rd time in a row.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Bess is in the building. What up, dude?
What's up, fellas, man?
Chilling. What up?
Bess?
Been a little bit. Man, I don't know what to say about my own team, but I can't say anything, actually. It's just bad. It's just bad. I don't even know. I don't even want to watch them anymore. That's how bad they are. Oh, man.
Matt gets it.
Yeah, as for the Bills, man, I'm not worried, man. Yeah, you guys are going to bounce back, bro. It's a couple
Thank you,
games.
sir.
You ain't going to.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, come on, bro. I mean, you're undefeated. Like, you going undefeated, that was a little bit of stretch, but you guys still going to make the playoffs. I see that coming no matter what. Patriots doing a lot, shitload better than I thought, you know. I thought at least they were going to win 7-8 games for sure, but it looks like they're going to pass that up.
Yeah.
Dolphins, better than the Jets, but still they're garbage too right now. So
That's a fact.
you know.
You didn't say nothing wrong.
But as for the Jets, man, I don't even want to watch this team, bro. It's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing, bro.
Tried to tell you.
Imagine covering them.
Shout out to Beth, man. Dude, it's got to be a dark place. It's got to be a dark place, man. You know, like I try and think back, like, damn, like what if I started my YouTube channel like back in like 2014 when the Bills were just on like their
You might not be here today,
awful
dude.
drought period. You know what I mean? Dude, it takes a special kind of someone to get up there and talk about the Bills and just have all that negativity. Like that Carolina Panthers podcast, like those people when Bleacher Report came out and said, longtime podcast has quit to decide to spend more time with his family because it's not worth it covering the Panthers anymore. I was like,
And then they started winning. And then they started winning.
Damn. Yeah. Dude, you know what? I wonder if
That's
that
kinda
fool is
crazy.
back. I wonder if that fool is back. I'm pretty sure that the show was called Meow Mix. Let me see.
Wow.
Maybe that's why they were struggling.
So the Meow Mix podcast, let me see. Okay, since they gave their farewell video. Oh, those fools are back.
See? Winning cures all.
Those fools came back.
But they ain't real fans if they stop making videos when they lose again.
Wow.
They came back, dude. Come on, man. You can't be giving up on the damn team. Come on,
That's
brother.
crazy.
We have Glenn in the building. What up, Glenn?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Hey, man. Doing well. How about yourself?
Hey, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't pushing this narrative of winning, losing one game, stop pushing the narrative that Bills will win the have a chance to win the conference. Don't
And so
push that.
win the division?
No, the conference.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say that until we do.
I seen that video last week saying, "Oh, we could still win the conference."
I mean, the season's not over. Season's not over, Glenn. Come on.
Gotta beat the Colts.
But you know what you didn't tell me? What you didn't tell me is I asked you a long time, what happens when the turnovers defense stops getting turnovers?
Yeah, you were right. I mean, dude, I will give you credit for that. Yeah, I mean,
you're
I'll give you credit.
0-4. You know you're 0-4 when in the last 4 games that you didn't get a turnover.
Yeah. I mean, no, dude. I mean, you were absolutely right.
But here's the thing. Everybody's saying that Jets are the worst team. But I'm talking from all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. I think it's Miami, the Jets, then Tennessee, then the Raiders, and then I'll probably throw in Cardinals.
And the Cardinals, so the 5 worst teams. Yeah, I don't hate it.
I'm talking about head coach. I mean, I'm talking from the owner all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Those are the worst teams, I say. And I say, I don't even know if we beat my Jets in New York. At least they got a defense they could say we don't have nothing.
Yeah.
And stuff. But yeah, hey, I'm going to the game, so let's get some people going out there to the New York Jets Miami game. I know it ain't much, but it's it's the #1 pick bowl.
It's the number one pick bowl, man. Hey, man, we're gonna be rooting. Hey, man, we'll be rooting for a loss. Glenn, we appreciate
Rooting
you,
for a
brother.
loss.
Thank you so much.
Dude,
All right.
Can you imagine your team gets like the game-winning touchdown and you just see everybody like
You're
just
like,
start crying? They're like,
"No,
no, what are you doing? Go out of bounds,
No.
slide."
Sounds like the Jets' future.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Jets' future.
Yeah, but
Hey, folks, that's going to have to do it. Matt, we appreciate you filling in for Richie today, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Anytime, bro. Had to salute.
Thank you, dude. He is a TikTok savant. All right. He's been impressing me with this TikTok action over at Roundtable. It's been sick. Colby, as always, we appreciate you and your contribution to this whole thing, man. Couldn't do it without you, my friend.
Every single day, every single week, we balling. We big balling, Dan. Just wait. We up.
All right, folks. I will see you on Monday when the Buffalo Bills are 5-2. See you soon.